What's up, guys? Welcome back to Weekly Weird News. I did the point like prank invasion. Creepy fuck.
Let's not talk about prank invasion.
Yeah, he's a
let's talk
terrible
about Twitter, because with its 140 character limit, it might not seem like a place to find exciting, long-form storytelling. But last week, that notion was proven wrong. Not by some New York Times best-selling author or some Oscar-winning screenwriter, but by Asia Wells, aka Asia King, aka Zola. Just a normal Twitter user whose tale of a trip to Florida gone wrong became the talk of the internet overnight.
Yeah, we know this story is a little bit dated, but we here at ETC want to gather all of the facts first from people that gather the facts and then tell them to you. So we let this thing simmer for a bit, and it turned out it was still crazy. So Zola's story, told over the course of around 150 tweets, starts like so many great stories before it. With, y'all want to hear a story about why me and this bitch here fell out? It's kind of long but full of suspense. Laugh emoji, cry emoji, and the story that followed was full of moments to make the reader laugh and moments to make the reader cry. And lots of moments to really make you think too.
Yeah, so Zola, a waitress at a Hooters in Detroit, serves a young woman named Jess one day at work, and the two bond over the fact that they both work as strippers at night.
Later, Jess invites Zola on a trip down to Florida, where Jess says that they can make big money stripping at clubs for a few days. And they head to Florida, along with Jess's boyfriend Jarrett and a hulking black guy named Z.
Her words, not ours.
Yes.
When they end up not making as much money stripping as they originally thought, things take quite a turn, with Jess deciding to prostitute herself out with Z as her pimp. Something that it seems they've definitely done before. This makes Jess's boyfriend Jarrett quite distraught, and Zola, refusing to sell her body and with no ride home, basically gets appointed as assistant pimp.
The rest of the story is filled with all sorts of drama. Guns drawn, attempted suicide, people killed, people kidnapped, so on and so forth. It's a crazy ride.
It's a saga.
Yeah, Twitter ate this shit up like it was the 8th Harry Potter book or something. It went viral in a way that almost nothing does these days, and became a global trending topic on Twitter in under 24 hours. It's hard to believe that a long-form text went viral.
It's groundbreaking.
Yeah, truly is.
Twitter users even started tweeting out their dream casts for a big screen Zola movie. And even Selma director Ava DuVernay read it and apparently loved it, tweeting, "In India, reading Zola. Drama, humor, action, suspense, character development. She can write. There's so much untapped talent in the hood."
Still though, many were questioning just how much of this supposedly true story was actually true, and news outlets were able to get a hold of both Jess and her now ex-boyfriend Jarrett for their sides of the story. Jess also took to Instagram and Twitter to tell her side.
Well, the Instagram people are pretty sure it's her. The Twitter, it's a little unclear.
Yeah.
Anyway, while they all agree that the trip to Florida did in fact happen, their stories all differ on the actual details, creating a sort of modern day Rashomon, where no one can really ever be sure what actually transpired.
Now, Jess insists that she was never a prostitute and that Zola was the one who wanted to sell her body down in Florida. And Jarrett says that as far as he knows, both Jess and Zola engaged in at least a little bit of prostitution. Just a little bit.
What is known for sure is the identity of Z, the pimp from the story, whose real name is Nigerian, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it. He was arrested in Reno a few months after the Florida trip on charges of pimping and sexual assault. So the guy definitely was a pimp.
That part of the story is true, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, whether it's fact or fiction or somewhere in between, the whole story is worth a read for sure. Not just for the twists and turns, but because Zola just has such a way with words. Writing something descriptive and clever in the form of a tweet is hard, but Zola does it like 150 times in a row.
Yeah. She's coined a bunch of like, little phrases, like the old hoism thing.
Washington Post did a great write-up on this, where they researched a bit of everything and found out what was real, and according to their research, about 80% of the story is real.
Yeah.
They couldn't find an actual murder that weekend that happened or something like that, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So, and apparently it's being shopped around already as the next big Hollywood blockbuster. So
I'm glad prestigious newspapers like the Washington Post are putting their top men on cases like this.
Yeah, I think
really
someone described it online like when I saw the post, it was like, wow, the same newspaper that broke the Watergate scandal is now researching the Zola story, which is amazing. But maybe like by this time next year, we could have at least a Lifetime version of this story.
And a lot of the Dreamcasts, I was like, I could see that.
Yeah.
A lot of them had like Aaron Paul as Jarrett.
Yeah.
Of course, Idris Elba as Z.
Oh yeah, there
Perfect.
you go.
Anyway, let's move on to some ratchet shit that we're absolutely sure is true.
Yeah.
because the whole thing was caught on video. And honestly, we might just have to retire the word ratchet altogether at this point, because this video of a woman stripping naked in a Miami Johnny Rockets restaurant in the middle of the day has rendered any definition of ratchet utterly meaningless.
Yeah, and honestly, we've got to blur pretty much all of this, because not only does this girl strip naked while a crowd of onlookers cheers her on and pours drinks and ketchup on her vagina, she also sticks a chair leg up her ass at one point, and also lets a random dude finger her while she's lying on a table.
Hey, he plays it like a DJ plays a record.
Yeah.
Great technique, bro.
Yeah.
All the while, it seems like she's having the best time of her life, even asking the crowd, "Is it World Star yet?" Yeah, this is it's well beyond World Star.
Yeah.
We even have to probably retire the definition of World Star too while we're at it.
Yeah. Now, while we're used to shit like this happening at raves and music festivals, are we used to it? I don't know. But Johnny Rockets? Some places are just too sacred to desecrate like this.
Come on.
Anyway, to absolutely no one's surprise, this woman was later arrested for lewd and lascivious behavior, indecent exposure, and disorderly conduct.
And as for what the hell caused her to want to do this, it's unclear, but it's looking like the primary cause wasn't drugs or alcohol, but actually severe mental illness, which is actually quite sad.
Really
so
sad.
Get some help, Johnny Rockets ketchup girl.
Yeah, she posted an Instagram after that was just like...
Her Instagram's gone, but yeah, her Instagram posts were like...
It was like, what did she say? Thinking back on it, I had a lot of fun, and you guys are just jealous because you weren't there.
You jealous you weren't there, and then she's like... They're arresting me tonight, guys. Pray for your friend.
The whole thing's very sad.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's enough ratchet Florida shit for 1 week. Probably enough for the rest of the year, honestly. Not too much time left. Let's move on and take a look at the weirdest real headlines that real news outlets published this week.
Google Translate error sees Spanish town advertise clitoris festival.
It's just a case of mistaken word identity.
So this was in like Galicia, which speaks Galician, which is closer to Portuguese than Spanish.
Yeah.
And they translated all the festival pamphlet stuff into Spanish. I feel like they should have known. But yeah, it was just some like herb. It's a herb festival. Like, oh, we got a food festival.
I bet a lot more people were turning out for the clitoris festival, though.
But like, it's not just the clitoris festival. Like, all of the literature about it was like, the clitoris is one of the most prized cuisines of Galicia.
It sure is.
Back hundreds of years.
Yeah.
The clitoris can be prepared in numerous different ways, satisfying every sensory delight. It's great.
If you read that, you'd be like, yeah, this makes complete sense to me.
Sure.
Let's all go down to the clitoris
How much
festival.
are tickets?
Yeah. Long Island man returns from Florida to find the town destroyed his home.
Even when you're not in Florida, just going there triggers terrible things happening.
How did the town destroy his home?
Well, he had to have some like pretty serious, like I think it was like hip replacement surgery or something like that. He had to go to Florida to get this procedure done. Couldn't get on a plane for like a couple months, and apparently all the while he was getting letters at his home saying, if you don't like fix all this stuff, we're gonna claim eminent domain and bulldoze the place.
Oh no!
So he gets home and it's literally just grass. And it was like his family home going back like 2 generations.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Poor guy.
He's pretty pissed. He's probably gonna get like a couple $1 million off of the
But you
lawsuit,
can't replace a home like that, Elliot.
Yeah.
Because home is where the heart is.
It really does suck.
And Florida is where the hips are. The Instagram famous girl who quit social media is now asking for money. Does this surprise anyone?
I love the turnaround on this. So I can't remember
the same
her name,
day pretty much.
But she's an Australian girl. I think she's like 18 or 19. She's been an Instagram famous girl like since she was 15 or 16, which is creepy.
Yeah, very creepy.
Considering the pictures she was posting at the time.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Someone needs to roast these companies that were paying her money to advertise scantily clad pictures.
Yeah, because as an Instagram famous person, she was getting all sorts of endorsements. Just be like, oh, try this like tea. It'll make you lose weight.
And then one day she took a stand against it all and said that I'm not doing this anymore. And
it's fake. It's not real life.
Yeah, and like she made the most broad and easy to make statement that could get the whole world rallying behind her and be like, you know what, you're right. I'm not Instagram famous or hot, so I'm gonna stand behind this girl sticking up for everyone else. And then come to find out after like an 18-minute long video, she's like, by the way, I can't afford to do anything on my own, so if you guys could help me out, that would be great. I'm getting rid of all the sponsors. It's all about real life now. So guys, I need to pay my rent. You to pay for everything. Yeah, please. Yeah. So, yeah. I love how... Not that it's a bad thing to speak up against the way that, you know, Instagram or companies can use Instagram models and stuff like that. But clearly the point of what she was saying is completely lost on her because she thinks that... Go join the Peace Corps. She still wants all this free shit from the world. Yeah, without doing anything for it. I don't know. If she wants my advice, which she doesn't, I'd say go join like the Peace Corps or Greenpeace
do
or
something with
do
your
something
life
positive
that makes you feel good about yourself and helps other people.
And she's like 18 or 19. Just go home.
And she's Australian. They typically take like a year or two off before college anyway.
Go to college.
Well, no, they wait on college and they go do something
They gotta
else.
do Rumspringa.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. The whole thing is very weird. She takes a stance on something that's very easy for people to get behind, but then asks people for money.
Take a perfectly good stance and then you just ruin it.
Yeah, you just throw it over. Anyways,
Vermont hotel to serve $75 roadkill-inspired menu. Which, I mean, there's some weird shit in there, like beavers and...
that's fine.
It's just like, and roadkill,
they use
roadkill.
the anal glands from beavers to make jelly beans.
Well, it's like, if you ever driven on like a country road, you're gonna see some dead deer.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are pretty freshly dead.
Yeah.
And it's pretty normal if you live in those areas to be like,
I'm
that
not gonna
meat's
make
still
this go to
good.
waste, yeah.
Let's just cut off the part that's got flies around it. You've got some pretty good meat.
It's fine. There's a lot of way more weird stuff that people eat around the world. I have no problem with someone I've eaten a squirrel before. It's pretty good.
Yeah, squirrel's good, rabbit's good, snake's good.
It's all good.
Turtle.
This isn't a weird story. Don't know what the big deal is.
I should just cut this
Take it
out.
out.
Get rid of it.
Husband of Oklahoma mayor meant no harm with KKK costume. Okay.
I don't see what the big deal is.
Guys, it's a costume.
She's like, I mean, as far as I see it, it's just a couple good old boys having a few beers on Halloween night. I don't see what the big deal is. Other people dressed up as killers and spooks. And she didn't say spooks.
That would be very racist.
But killers and ghosts and stuff. What's so bad about a couple Klansmen?
That's like defending someone who dresses up as Hitler. Guys, I'm supposed to be scary. What's scarier than Hitler?
I've known a few people that have done that. It's just,
Yes. NFL finds D'Angelo Williams for raising breast cancer awareness during Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
The NFL fines are dumb.
Yeah.
Also, the NFL gives over the course of like 5 years, they've given $8 million to cancer research.
Did they solve it yet with all that $8 million?
Yeah, gosh, no, doesn't look like
Well,
it.
the whole thing is, too, is that Susan B. Komen
it's a
Foundation.
scam.
Yeah, the whole thing's a bunch of bullshit. They raise so much money and barely any of it goes to cancer research. But we'll let you guys
Look that work for them have to live well.
Guys, I quit my job as an Instagram model to come work for the Breast Cancer Society. I still need money.
I'm used to a certain standard of living.
It's the same thing. It's the sympathy fucking bullshit that people get behind, and they're just getting scammed.
Now, charities are stupid, and
if you want to donate to a real charity, donate to Doctors Without Borders.
yeah, or the Red Cross.
It's fine.
They're always there when something horrible happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to something more lighthearted. Australian accent is a product of early settlers' heavy drinking, claims academic.
I love this. This is so perfect when I read
And
it.
it kind of makes sense. He said it's not the only thing responsible for it, because there was obviously like Irish, Scottish, English people coming and immigrating.
Yeah.
But
when you're isolated with a group of people
and they're all
getting
drunk,
twisted,
they're all sort of slower in their words.
Yeah.
It makes sense that after a certain amount of time, your kids grow up having only heard their drunk elders speaking,
Yeah.
and they pick up on that manner of speaking,
Yeah.
and they start dropping, certain letters out of words, and that just becomes the accent.
Yeah.
This guy, he's like really pushing though. He's like, we need to like get back to the original accent.
No, not at all.
What are you talking about?
It's
a great accent. I fucking love it when girls have Australian accents.
Yeah.
It's great.
I
Don't
fully
change a
support
thing.
it. It's fantastic. Beat the shit out of cane toads.
Maybe change the way you say the word no.
No.
Nor.
Yeah.
Near.
No. Opening all decaf coffee shop in Manhattan met with horror, outrage.
Yeah, people are really mad about this. I'm like, first of all, there's something like 200 Starbucks locations in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Like you can find coffee.
Oh,
with
there's much
caffeine
better
in it
places.
Very easily. This place was just like a pop-up store advertising like a certain brand of decaf coffee. Whatever.
This is like meat eaters getting mad at a vegetarian place opening. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I need my coffee, and it just became this big fucking circle jerk on like BuzzFeed and all this shit. Like, who's the
Probably someone stood in line for this new coffee shop and they got there and they're like, one please, and they're like, they drank it and they didn't feel anything. Or you know what they did? They had the placebo effect and they're like, oh man, that new coffee shop got me jittery. And they go down there and that's all decaf. And they're embarrassed. So they started a petition.
It's probably right.
I'm just Speaking my mind here.
Yeah.
Probably right, though.
Abused alcoholic monkey in Chile beats addiction. Good for him.
Yeah, good for that monkey. So we've all seen the videos of monkeys getting drunk and stealing people's drinks, right?
Yeah.
You've seen that.
Well, apparently they're very susceptible to alcohol
Just like humans.
And alcohol addiction. And this monkey also was addicted to cigarettes because his original owners in Chile were just like, ha ha,
Look how funny it is.
Let's see if the monkey can smoke. Oh, he learned.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got thumbs so he can operate a lighter.
Yeah.
And he was rescued. And apparently the problem's so bad down there, they have a organization specifically to rescue monkeys that have been taught how to like drink and smoke and do a whole bunch of dangerous things.
Ride motorcycles. They're always riding motorcycles.
Chimpanzee riding on a Segway.
That chimpanzee isn't a monkey, is it?
No.
See?
Damn it.
Cleaners mistake art installation for trash and throw it away. There's a lot of art that looks like garbage anyway.
This one is literally, I mean, it's crap. It's like it's a room at a museum that's just filled with like empty champagne bottles and like confetti.
They're like, oh, they had a party last night. Rich fucks.
It looked like a bunch of rich assholes went to a museum and had a party, but that was the exhibition was.
When
like,
the lights go off, all of the champagne bottles come to life.
Yeah.
And they have even
Adventures,
more parties. Yeah. It looks like Beauty and the Beast in there at night.
Yeah. And finally, a scientist found a bird that hadn't been seen in half a century. Then he killed it. Here's why.
What? Why? Why was it?
It's just sort of something that biologists do. It's really weird.
Take it out of the gene pool.
Yeah, well, he was like, no, there was plenty there. It was just in a really remote place. They're not endangered, but you got to kill them. You got to take them home and study them. And people are like, do you have to?
Do you have to do that?
It's like, well, I mean, it's something we do. We kill animals. Then we take them back.
It's for science. It's fine.
I mean,
it's like testing lipstick on monkeys.
I guess it's easier to transport dead animals across international
of
borders
course.
than it is like live animals.
Then you have Australia's problem with the rabbits and the cane toads.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Kill
the fucking bird.
I guess I get it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But while you're there, bring the dodo back. I want to see one of those in real life.
No, they died for a reason.
Little umbrella head.
Slow, stupid.
Yeah.
Didn't deserve to live.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, if you don't deserve to live, give this video a like and subscribe to our channel and watch our other content over here. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.